Hello, and thank you for listening to the Testing the Spirits podcast. Today is Thursday, May 8th, and there's big news that the Roman Catholic Church has elected a new pope. His name is Robert Francis Prevost, and he is the first American pope in the history of the Catholic Church. He took the name Leo XIV. So Pope Leo XIV, formerly Cardinal Robert Francis Prevost, he is an Augustinian, and he is very much in line with Francis. Pope Francis made him a cardinal just a couple of years ago, and people are already talking about his progressive leanings. They're calling him a moderate, but I think that's just probably wanting to be as positive as they can without calling him, progressive right away. But he's interested in social justice. The word inclusivity has come up several times in regards to Robert Francis Prevost. But yes, he has taken the name Leo XIV. So here's what's significant. I saw the ceremony where he came out on the balcony of St. Peter's. Here's what he said. He didn't pray and exalt the Lord. He exalted Mary. So he made these remarks. So this is his opening speech, if you will. He said, "This is a day where the whole church prays to Our Lady of Pompeii," a reference to one of the Marian apparitions. He says, "Our Lady always walks with us and is always close to us, and we are sure of her love." Now, if you're a Protestant or an evangelical, you're used to the songs or the hymn about the Lord walking with us. But no, he says, Mary always walks with us. She is always close to us, and we are sure of her love. And then he prayed. He led the entire assembly in prayer. And who did he pray to? He prayed to Mary. So the new Pope, Leo XIV, he led the entire crowd in the Hail Mary. He then offered an indulgence. So that was interesting. And some background, he has been criticized in the past for his handling of clergy sex abuse. He does have progressive leaning. So the word on the street, they are calling him a centrist within the church. But reports are he has been blending what are called progressive pastoral approaches with traditional doctrine. So, in other words, if you know Francis and the leanings of Pope Francis, it's going to be more of the same. That's the way it looks. It says his Leo, or the cardinal, before he became Leo XIV, his extensive missionary work in Peru and leadership roles within the Augustinian order reflect a commitment to social justice. And yes, he does seem to align with Pope Francis on many issues, including his stance on inclusivity. So those words, social justice and being inclusive, I think that signals more of the same from Pope Leo XIV. But I just wanted to report that because this is big news. I'm not reporting this like Rick Warren. When Pope Francis was elected, Rick Warren was like, "We have a new pope." And it's like, we? No, that's not what this is. But it is big news because the Catholic Church has a lot of influence. And they do influence modern day evangelicals and Protestants, as we've been talking about. But yes, this is big news. The first American Pope in the history of the Catholic Church, Robert Francis Prevost, an Augustinian. He takes the name Leo XIV, and he showed his devotion right up front to the Virgin Mary, praying to Mary and saying that Mary is always close to us and we are sure of her love. So more of the same, it looks like, but we'll see what happens in days and weeks to come. If he signals that he will continue the liberal drift of Pope Francis, of course, he's not going to frame it that way. But if you are hoping for a conservative pope to be elected, whatever that means in the Catholic Church, I mean, they're all liberal post-Vatican II in the 1960s. But if you are hoping for someone more on the traditional side, it doesn't look like this is the guy. But we kind of figured that. But that's all for today. Thank you for listening. And until next time, may the Lord be with you. Have a great day.